Even as Xi Jinping watched from the sidelines as Modi and Bharat took center stage at the G20 summit, forming consensus in a divided world, forging new alliances and leading a post-pandemic new world order, the ripples of India's geopolitical masterstroke may be felt in Beijing far into the future. China now fears for Xi Jinping's pet project, the BRI or Belt and Road Initiative. What's got Beijing shaking is India's biggest trump card, which took shape on the sidelines of the G20, an India, Middle East, Europe economic corridor that promises to bypass China and its all-weather puppet Pakistan. The corridor will connect the world's biggest market and one of the leading producers, India, to the lucrative markets in West Asia and Europe. China now has a fear of losing out. Beijing has now warned that the India-Middle East-Europe corridor must not be used as a geopolitical tool. But China's fears may be coming true already. The IMEC has the potential to become the new global supply chain, the first real challenge to the reign of China's Belt and Road Initiative. IMEC's impact is already being felt. Italy, which has long been a part of the Chinese Silk Road, has decided to abandon it. New Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni was at the G20 summit in New Delhi, where she held talks with Indian Prime Minister Modi, as well as a meeting with Chinese Premier Li Qiang, amidst reports that Rome will abandon the Belt and Road Initiative. Earlier, the Italian Foreign Minister had declared that the Chinese BRI, quote, did not bring the results we expected. Coincidentally, Italy has been announced as a part of the new India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor. The founding members of the IMEC include India, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, the European Union, France, Italy, Germany, and the United States. Even President Biden vouched for the new economic corridor.
This is a big deal. This is a real big deal. I want to thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. One Earth, one family, one future. That's the focus of this G20 summit.
After all, the US wants a new global supply chain independent of any Chinese interference, especially after the world's factory China failed to deliver during the pandemic. The United States sees India as a key strategic ally, a manufacturing powerhouse, and a counterweight to China in South Asia and the Indo-Pacific.
We commit to invest alongside with you on this road, and this is a very important project from Asia through Middle East to Europe to offer big opportunities and connect people.
Meanwhile, Saudi Crown Prince MBS stayed back in New Delhi after the G20 summit for a state visit. Prime Minister Modi and MBS chaired the Strategic Partnership Council meeting. India-Saudi Arabia talks gained momentum on the new economic corridor and collaboration in sectors such as energy, trade, security, and defense. The India-Saudi Arabia Strategic Partnership Council was formed in October 2019 during Prime Minister Modi's visit to Riyadh. Saudi Arabia has been courted by China in recent years, with Beijing also helping thaw ties between Saudi Arabia and Iran. The new India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor may also help the United States once again to strengthen its own ties with Riyadh and steer Saudi Arabia away from Beijing towards this new global supply chain with India at its epicenter.